Welcome back, everyone.
To day 9.
To the mansion.
And blueprints.
And the difficulties of aspirational home ownership. It's harder than ever these days.
Indeed.
All the dang puzzles.
Heck, you don't even know if you're going to have working plumbing or not.
It's impossible to predict.
Right?
Step 1, though, of course, is we need to go out here and see what our little outdoors room is going to be.
Yes, what is in the garden shed today?
What
will it be?
It's a shelter, a tool shed, or a hovel.
All right.
Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted is pretty cool.
Right? Special items are good.
Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems is also
real good.
Real good.
As much as I like our special tools, I think we should do shelter or hovel.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning hovel, like especially since our main goal right now is seeing more rooms and trying to get to the top left.
Yeah.
I feel like
opening the path of movement.
Yeah.
Instead of having to worry about gems.
Yeah, like unless it costs 10 steps, and hopefully it doesn't.
Right.
But hopefully it just costs like an additional 2 or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this is going to increase our odds, so I like it.
Okay.
Hovel.
Plus it's new. We've never seen a hovel. There's a spot to dig.
Oh, yep. Digging spot.
Nice little bed.
Well, little bed.
A little bed.
With
a note.
Writing. Hang on.
Look.
45 rooms, antechamber sealed, wings, 2 wings, 9 ranks, 2 starting rooms, 45292. Coincidence?
Where is room 46?
7590. Tested my full house theory. No luck, as expected.
Interesting. I do need to highlight that we recorded our last episode of Blueprints several weeks ago now, and yet we have not yet gotten it edited.
Yeah, it's been busy. That's also why it took a long time between episodes, as usual.
Holidays really get in the way of my 8-hour edits.
Yeah.
But I also couldn't leave this game alone for too long.
We did want to record more is the thing.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit rusty. But what? Okay. What?
45292. And the color of the numbers there also seems like that's going to be important.
Like, the 45 is for the 45 rooms, so that's got one color. The 2 wings, or the 2 starting rooms, and the 9 ranks each have their own unique colors. But maybe there's more to those colors. Maybe that means something else. I don't know.
Yeah. What else?
Multiple spots to dig. You should turn on the fire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Yeah, and when we get all 4, we'll get a pathway.
Yeah.
That might not be true. I don't know. It just seems plausible. In a house like this, if you turn on enough fancy blue flames, you get a magic path.
Or automatically ring the fire department.
That could be.
Who will be very cross with us.
Listen, if they want to help us navigate this house, they can be as cross as they want.
Bring your axes.
We need them.
Please.
Ooh, another note.
Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Ann Babbage, House Manager.
So that's Danny Ravane.
Okay.
Who, there's a note in the mailroom about,
right,
like, him maybe being a thief, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute. so I don't remember for sure, but there's a real question as to whether he actually did the thing he was fired for. Also, like, this is where they make him live?
Seems like.
It doesn't seem like the other groundskeeper had to live here. Because there wouldn't still be a note to Danny on the table if the other groundskeeper was forced to live here. Right?
I don't know.
Maybe he kept it there as a reminder of the fate his predecessor befell.
Well, their hovel is providing us all sorts of lovely benefits.
Right? We'll take it.
Okay.
Let's see how far we can get to that upper left corner.
Fingers crossed.
All of them.
Let us begin with...
the closet. It's a dead-end room, and we might as well throw it here, right?
I guess.
Get rid of him early, right?
I guess.
Or we can do the den and figure out what the gems turning into steps does, if you'd prefer that.
Well, I don't think that would teach us that. I think the first room that costs a gem to unlock would do that.
Right.
This one just gives us one.
My mistake.
So if anything, it prevents us from learning that even longer, which is fine.
I think closet. I think we want to get rid of those dead-end rooms. We don't want to use them later.
I am fine with that, and it will get us some items out the gate.
Doesn't hurt, right?
And if it does, we'll find out soon.
Ooh.
Key and key card. Opens
Excellent.
electronically powered security doors. Great. Lovely having that early on.
Right?
Assuming we last long enough to get to any keycard doors.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Our cat, Sable, has decided...
to observe.
And by observe, we mean sit in front of the TV, directly in front of the TV. Kind of obstructing everyone's view of the TV a little bit.
Only a little, though. Just a little.
I'm going to move that keyboard, though. Should we boot her out of here? Almost definitely. It is adding considerable risk to not do so, but here we are.
She's too cute. I can't toss her out the room.
It is kind of the problem, is the amount of cuteness. So not storeroom. Parlor or hallway, either acceptable, I feel like.
Okay.
Hallway gives us just more doors and options and makes more and more use of rank 1.
Well, then we should probably do the parlor because one does not simply walk into more doors.
I'm going to choose hallway just to spite you on that one.
Why? It was a good joke. It was a good joke. You're just mad that you had to figure out what I meant.
The sign of a good joke.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
My pattern recognition is too strong. You can't just say these things.
I guess not.
Nursery.
Yeah, it does seem like a good time for nursery, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dead end. It'll give us more when we draft bedroom later.
And we're going to be needing steps probably. Oh yeah, step requirement 3 here. So are we just not using gems at all then? Well, we don't have gems at all to use. So if we had gems, we probably could spend them.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Maybe it forces them to be steps.
I
think it's worth it, though. Get it out of the pool.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Are there any other things to be grabbed? Wait.
Gems?
Gem. Good.
Yay. Delightful.
Cool. All right. Next. Well, we don't have any money to lose, so the chapel's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a preferable possibility, dropping it this early on. When we have no money.
Yeah, I would say either chapel or parlor. And I'm good with either.
Yeah.
If you want to get it out of the way here, I'm good for that. We have a better chance of being able to navigate around it and find a different path up if we want to?
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Plus, the parlor puzzles got hard.
They did get hard on us.
A lot harder than they used to be.
Starting to embarrass us on YouTube and everything.
And nobody embarrasses me on YouTube but me.
Ooh, a pool.
Ooh, a pool.
Pretty
Adds the
excited.
locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool.
That feels worthwhile to me. Like, the pantry is the more, like, efficient use of the, like, specific angle we're going into here with this little slot.
Sure.
But this is a new room and everything.
Right.
Pretty excited about seeing a new room.
And I really like how the text is partially submerged in the water, so
It's
I
very
feel like
good,
we should
and
do
it like could get us into 3 other new rooms
right?
we've never seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do it.
It might even get us the kitchen with a functioning faucet.
And it's pretty.
Oh, it is pretty. Can we go in the water?
Not very far.
Okay.
We can just get our shoes wet.
That's probably good.
Okay.
Little towels, a little pool net. I thought that might be a tool, but I see it is not a tool.
I did wonder for a second.
It's such a small pool, considering.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, make it a hot tub. Wait, can you look back at the...
I assume this is the, well...
It is 5 by 9, isn't it?
It's 5 by 9. It's the E is exactly the room we're in.
That's really cool.
I assumed the artwork is like it's plain and plan, so E.
Yeah. Yeah. We've just never seen this one big enough, this piece of artwork, this blueprint, big enough for me to notice that detail.
It's quite large.
It's very cool, actually.
Okay. Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to collect from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running.
No running. I love it.
It's very cute.
Have you ever known Simon to run?
Yeah, we don't run a whole lot. Like, we can run, but this is our running speed.
Wow.
We're not
so
an
fast.
athletic child.
No. If our inability to, cross small creeks and open gates hasn't proven that already.
Yeah. And we're not that bright either.
Now listen.
I hope we, succeed in getting this house, because we do not have a lot else going for us.
Our uncle seemed to think we were quite the bright child. I say as we stare at a shadow on the wall. I think there's not a whole lot else to look at in this room.
I think not. Although, the actual line work on this floor is much more sketchily drawn, it feels like, and not even fully loading in high res in some cases.
Yeah.
There's been stylization to the artwork of all the rooms and all the places we've gone. It feels a lot more noticeable here.
It is kind of distinct.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional or meaningful.
That just feels like a bug having
the
lower
texture
res
not fully
textures here.
loading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do we have
should we
next?
go back to entrance hall while we
Still can?
still can and still have no money to lose?
Sure. What are
Or
steps to
I guess we
us?
don't even have to do that. We can just do direct from here. Okay. Den's kind of the only good option we got here.
How does Den lay out? Yeah, Den is the best option.
Den it is. I don't think gyms are actually getting used for anything now, so
They're just for us.
yep, just a
Shiny.
little collection for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Some little details in the room are always interesting, but seem like they might not be anything. Like the lock on that box.
Yeah. Okay. Corridor or nook would keep us going.
This is the side that we throw our garbage rooms in.
True, although we still have one more column over that we've not been using at all.
For sure, yeah. If you want to do corridor, I'm good with that. It's just that is a useful room to some extent.
That is true.
And nook blocks us off from the last column just as easily as storeroom does.
Yeah.
More or less. But I'm good with whatever, really.
Nook does get us a key, and it gets us another exit going north, which we could potentially loop back around to the right and down from.
Or continue north if we somehow dead end ourselves down here at the other side.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Alrighty. Key.
And if we get the magnifying glass, we can come back and look at that one note.
That would be lovely.
The one that's on the other table.
I've started losing track a little bit of which notes we have and have not magnified.
There's just one part of it that we haven't magnified, and it's been bugging me.
Okay, pantry or commissary.
I think commissary, right?
I think so. At least if we're hoping to make use of the far east side.
Yeah. And we did place an order, so there might be some cool stuff here. Not that we can buy it yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Magnifying glass, sledgehammer, sleeping mask, running shoes.
All right. So I think that means that our request for the magnifying glass overrode the request for the compass.
Okay.
Because I think we put that request in first.
Glad you remember. Maybe
remember.
I was hoping we could see
what they did.
Yeah. Oh,
nope. No luck. Checking for gems.
Just making sure there's no coins or keys or whatever else that have been left around, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dark room.
Gives us the most options.
Not being able to see floor plans is rough, but does give us the most options.
And we don't really want to run that risk on our main path.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Dark room. We can try southward first. I wonder if
Aren't you headed north?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking around. I'm wondering if there were gems or coins or keys or whatever, would they be visible or would the darkness make them invisible? I wonder.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Well, one of those looks fancy.
Let's not spend steps. This is definitely like kind of the dud corner we're going into.
Okay. I'm good with that. We don't know what it could be, so.
Ooh, a new thing.
A boiler room.
Cool.
Very cool. A furnace, my mistake.
Furnace.
Oh, good.
You are more likely to draw red rooms while drafting.
Cool.
Rough.
At least now we know what it does.
Yeah.
And if we can get a shovel at any point, that'd be kind of nice. We've had a few places we could put a shovel.
Yeah, it does feel like we got a lot of opportunities for shovel. And nothing, not even a little benefit in here.
Not a single thing.
Although maybe having the furnace drafted will cause some other room interaction in a way.
More red rooms.
Well, yeah, I guess that.
Yay!
Hooray! Maybe it'll be new red rooms that have stuff in them that's interesting.
Maybe.
I hope. Rats.
Guest bedroom. That's not... I mean, it does dead end us on this path.
Could be better.
Could be better. But it is steps.
It is steps, and we have been burning through those faster, so... Glad we started with the nursery. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. All right. We are
This is your standard guest room.
dead-ended on this side and still poor, which
Yay.
doesn't help us here, but does help us shortly.
Yep. Never hurts to be out of cash when you go through the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
And back to the
Turned
pool
around.
room.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you're headed the right way.
We do need a good one from this.
Or we're starting the day over.
Oh, it's all hot because boiler room, I guess?
Oh.
Or because furnace. Maybe that's why it's all ripply warm.
Everything is heated, yeah. So the gym isn't the worst thing we could do.
It's true. We're going to have very little reason to come back through here, I think.
Yeah. And
If we get security, we can set it to where there are more security doors since we have the key card.
that is true. We can also place new orders for the commissary, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's do that. Let's just to ensure.
Okay.
Is it?
What?
Okay. I was trying to check and see, like, is this room just all hot now that we did the furnace? Like, is it all heated,
Nah.
wavery, or was it just the
the
door
menu.
itself? But I think it's just the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we can place another order for like the compass or whatever. Maybe we did that last time. I don't remember.
I don't either. Key card system, settings, security level, high.
Hi.
Yeah. And
Offline mode. Actually, wait. We want the offline mode to unlocked. Yeah, I guess we do want the security card settings high.
yeah.
Yeah, because our card will work or it won't. But
Yeah, and if we shut the power off, then they'll all be unlocked anyway. This is kind of
Right.
pointless because we have the key card. So yeah.
Good point.
Okay. Return to security menu. Log into network, I think.
Yeah, and it should remember.
There we go. Connecting.
Go, little internet.
Come on. Do you remember where it was? Is it staff services?
I think it's staff services.
Request
Request special orders.
Okay. Place a special order.
Yes. Brass compass.
Brass compass.
Mm.
Estimated to take 1 to 2 days. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I think that's everything for now.
I think so.
Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah.
No other goodies, just lying about.
It's not like those are all that common,
It's true.
but it doesn't hurt to check, I suppose. Oh boy.
Wow, they weren't kidding. But lots of new red rooms.
And there can only be so many of them.
While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans or lose half your steps. That's brutal this early on.
Both of these are terrible. Can you pull up our blueprint map? I want to see how... We can dead end... Well, no, we can't. We can dead end the next room easily.
And we're pretty limited on, like, viable paths forward here, so
I guess,
I'm curious about archives. That feels like that could have some neat information in it.
right?
And, like, yeah, not being able to see all 3, rough, but
Yeah, let's go for it.
let's do it. Losing half our steps this early on, pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, metal detector.
Yes, please.
Maybe we can get some money. So many books to read,
There's
and
got to be information in here. There's no way there isn't.
this child lacks curiosity. They have no desire to read any of these books.
Nah.
Ooh, tie.
Okay.
Desk. Yes.
Here we go.
Give me information.
Yes.
Yes, this is about our mom.
Good. August
Yes.
22nd, 85. Marigold wins Herald's Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marian Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort,
which is almost certainly the Red Prince.
She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations one might make with the Sinclair family.
I knew that. I knew it.
January 27th, 86. Swimbird author never considered herself success. By Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so, as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there."
That's us.
Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red.
Simon.
A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne.
Wow.
November 11th, 86. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard and questioned.
Oh my goodness.
Caleb Manning and his publisher, Philip White, were 2 of the 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped.
This now brings White into the list of colored names.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Along with Marigold, and that was referenced in Dan Jones's letter to Herbert in the boudoir safe. His name is Dan Jones.
Oh, right.
We really never did put that together in the episode where we found it. But it is Dan Jones, our Simon's father.
That is funny.
Right?
November 17th, Reddington Herald, Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marian Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week.
Wow.
Pictured are Manning and White at a press function. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag waved down a local... This is the 3rd major last year. It is anticipated. Charged by the Crown... Manning was the last... The trial begins on... expected to last up to... with grand treason.
Wow.
Why is that one so...
blown out or cut up?
Cut up. Like, why is that one...
I'm not sure. Oh, wait, go back. I'm checking the first letter of the lines, and it's nothing. But there might be something like that. There might be some code hidden in this section.
There might be.
I don't know.
There might be another piece of that we find elsewhere. If we have the magnifying glass, we might be able to...
Do something?
Yeah, like... It feels like there's an image on the other side of this. Or something.
Might be, yeah. That seems... notable.
Very. February 22nd, 87. No traces discovered of Cinca Eris, but search continues.
Oh, Cinca is ours. That's why everything's Cinca Co.
Oh. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marian Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information.
And Dan Jones's letter indicated he thought it was political foul play. From what I remember.
And now there's more.
Ooh.
September 2nd, Reddington Herald, priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles. At least, not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, a priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value.
Orinda Aries is one of the angels, Orinda is like one of those figures.
Neat.
The gardener mentioned her.
If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. I think that's the last page we got here.
Trying to check for... I can't remember what year we're in currently. I think it's 93 or something like that.
Okay.
Where is Herbert's letter in my vault? There it is.
Anything else in here?
That was so much lore dump on our mom.
It was a lot of information. It is encouraging to know that even the bad rooms could be little treasure troves of information.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check the dates later, but I think that Simon's mom must have disappeared about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
So he would have been pretty young when she was first starting to write. Archived floor plan, oh my goodness.
Well, these are both quite bad.
Yeah, let's do the one we can't see, because how could it be worse?
Like, it's got to be reasonably good because it would have a gem requirement.
Yeah.
And we're not like that. Honestly, like, if this doesn't have an exit to the top, that's kind of okay. So,
yeah.
If either of these were like dead enders, then I'd say let's go for that, but they're very much not.
Yeah.
Ah.
Cool.
Courtyard or
there's a chest
whatever
in
this
here.
is called. Oh, yeah.
You should totally go for that.
And something for the metal detector.
Yes, on the ground there.
Ah, there it is. Coin.
Finally, the chapel can steal our money.
Finally. We can just open that, and that's great.
Right?
We
can just open this.
Might as well.
We do have 2 keys. We don't have to use them here.
We don't have to.
But the chests often do have keys in them, so.
They do. I hope it doesn't just have lots of gems we're never going to use.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Let's keep it in mind. Let's keep it in mind and not go, well, we really can't spare steps for just running around this run.
Yeah,
so
we
let's
really can't.
Let's just grab it. And
metal detector says there's stuff in here.
More keys.
Car keys?
Oh, if we were in the garage, we could steal a car.
Heck yeah.
I guess.
Steal car.
So like...
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can steal a car.
Hey, we noticed the car was there and that we couldn't get inside it. Now we can.
True. There probably is something actually good inside the car.
Right? If we get the garage, which,
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one's for free.
Yeah.
All right. Bedroom has an exit and gives us some steps back.
But it's heading a direction we don't want to head.
Not an ideal one, but like
But the archived room, we have no idea what we'd get.
Yeah, that could be anything. And I feel like a dead end is not a great place for a dead end.
Yeah. I'm good with bedroom.
Give me some
We'll get
steps.
7, I think, instead of, because we'll get, the +5.
Yeah.
And a chest.
And a chest. We are down to just one key now, though, and that makes me a little nervous.
That's fair.
Okay.
Locker room. Spread keys throughout the house. That's interesting.
And it is a new,
It's a new room.
It's a new room. It's dead-ending us. That's kind of okay. We'll just go back through the bedroom.
The archive is rolling the dice.
Yeah.
We don't know what we'll get. And the passageway we could use so much better in other places, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's just also so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a new room. Let's check it out and also get some keys.
Right? And the metal detector will help us find them once they're spread. So
that's the hope. Okay.
Oh, no.
You can't be like this. You can't be like this. You can't do this.
This is unfair. The game is bullying me.
I want to file a complaint.
This is not okay.
Unacceptable.
You can't hide all your lore behind locked doors.
That's so mean. We need a lockpick. Or a sledgehammer.
This would be such a great room for the lockpick.
Meh.
Right?
Hate this room.
It's the worst. We made the worst choice.
Terrible room.
Boo that room.
Okay.
Do we want to go north from here or from security?
Let's go from here just to save steps a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Closet's
items
bad.
is nice.
Items is nice, but man, that's a scary
place to put ourselves in.
Yeah.
The archived floor plan is also kind of scary.
Maybe gymnasium, and then we don't walk through it yet. We go to security and see what that gives us instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Huh?
Back away. Wait, beep.
Wait.
Beep.
There's beeps. Beeps. Wait. Beeps?
I think
Beeps.
key on the table.
Haha. Hadn't seen you earlier.
If we run out of things to do, we can take what keys we have to the locker room and roll our dice there.
That is very true. And actually, this key probably wasn't here before. It's probably because the lock. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was not, and the locker room spread it.
Right on. Okay.
Does mean we could go through all our other rooms just to see.
Garage.
Keys. And we've got okay.
Oh, wow. This
real time. Under currency. What does that even mean?
I don't even know what that means, laundry room.
That might mean turning our gems into money.
Or our money into gems, which is so much worse.
Right. So.
That actually kind of makes more currency being turned into something else seems worse.
Right. But we can do that at the commissary where we buy gems sometimes.
This gives us a bunch of keys and the car and the, robbing the car and...
It gives us a bunch of keys and the car and robbing the car. It does stop our stated goal of moving. Well, no, we still have the gymnasium.
Still got gymnasium.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Because we don't know what we'd get out of archive anyways.
Yeah.
I think the keys are immediately to the right of the doorway. That's the left of the doorway. There you go.
Right. Mine. Let's see. Open.
Also mine. Something there.
The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready.
Denny Revane. I don't think he did what he was fired for doing. I think he was into something else. We should check and see if we can pop the trunk.
We got keys for it, and car keys for it, and...
Booze! Upgrade disc for the security room. Hello.
Floor plan upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans.
What?
Fascinating.
I'm so excited to find out what that means.
Is the security room, does that count as a terminal?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure.
We definitely need to try that.
If not, I'm going to be sad.
And we've definitely read this.
Yeah, Christoph being the driver.
Yeah.
And this is about, like, him being gone when Sinclair wants him,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same thing the note in the car was just talking about. Him being gone when,
Neat. Okay.
using the car for his illicit activities. So we could pop this open and try and drive out, but I don't think they're going to let us.
Yeah.
Oh, no power.
Right.
So never mind. We would have to ram the gate.
This isn't that thick. We could drive through that easy.
We could totally drive through that.
Free car.
If only this child were less law-abiding. So
Okay.
yeah, we should check and see.
Insert disc.
Upgrade floor plan.
Press enter. Scanning disc.
Can we delete the furnace? Ooh.
Boudoir has been found on this upgrade disc. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Huh.
Might as well.
Select the floor plan below to upgrade this room. Oh, a boudoir that will from now on have a gem in it. A boudoir that'll have 2 reroll dice in it.
Ooh.
Or a boudoir that will have 3 food for more steps.
What do you think we need most? Like, what have we found the most useful? Generally speaking.
Like we frequently run low on gems,
Mm-hmm.
but we very rarely have the benefit of reroll dice, and sometimes, man, that would be huge.
And sometimes we've used them and it's bitten us.
True.
Which is why it's kind of a not exactly a net benefit when we do have them.
This is a very tough pick.
Right?
Because the boudoir, I think, gives you a few steps anyway, but then also having food that probably gives you a bunch more.
Yeah.
I
don't like having to choose.
Yeah.
Because it's permanent.
I mean, they're all better than what we have, so no matter what we
That's
pick,
true.
we're getting something improved.
Yeah, it is a strict upgrade.
And no matter which one we pick, there will be a scenario in the nearest future where we wish we had chosen the other one for that specific run.
Also true.
So we really can't lose here.
I feel like the reroll die are the hardest thing to come by.
I do feel like, we've not run into those very often, and having some of those in our pocket in a bad situation could be really nice. I feel like that's the most interesting option.
I think so.
All right. Here we go. Successfully upgraded. Neat.
Cool. Wait, while we're in there, can we delete the furnace, please?
That would be so nice.
Just chuck it. Okay, we've got keys in a locker room. And
We
the
sure do.
gymnasium. You want to do keys in the locker room because we'll move back through the bedroom again? Or do you want to do the gymnasium because...
That's true. And how many keys do we spend in that locker room? There's so many lockers.
I should have counted the lockers.
There's a lot of them.
There's
lot more
a
than
lot.
5.
Yeah. If you want to keep pressing forward, I'm down for that.
Let's spend like 2 keys and see what sorts of things we get in them.
Okay. We could also open this chest because there's
That's also
usually
true.
keys in the chest. But there weren't keys in the last chest because there were car keys instead,
Which was worth it.
which was worth it.
Oof.
Just pop it. Just go for it.
Open.
Please be good. Please be worth it. Please don't. Okay, it's a net.
Yeah.
Like, it balances out.
Balances out. Okay.
So we have 3 in this row, right? Is there 3 per row each time?
There is at least 2 per row, seems
Okay.
like.
Well, I know where to start.
I don't know, I assume the contents in each of these might be random each time, but
Kind of what I'm thinking.
if not, then
You
kind
wanna
of going in
start-
an orderly fashion of
Yeah, let's do.
yeah. Open 1.
please have keys in it. Running shoes.
Hey.
That's not bad.
I'll take that. That'll help. All right. And open 2.
Lockpick kit. A key. Hey, we can open another one.
All right, we'll just finish out this side then. Open
This
3.
does imply they are random items.
Yeah, it really does. Ooh, hello.
Oh.
Kirk Darren is a pseudonym.
Okay. That name sounds slightly familiar. It might be the butler. I don't remember it, though. I don't remember it for sure.
Yeah.
I should have.
Good knowledge, though.
I should have skipped Christmas and edited videos.
I don't know if that would have been good.
No, it would have been, because then I would know whether we'd seen that name or not. I would have it.
Well,
have it in hand.
We'll figure it out later.
Tell you for sure.
Don't want to spoil anything, but this is almost certainly not going to be our final run of blueprints. We're not going to beat it this run.
What?
Probably.
Man, here I was thinking. I think only forward.
I believe so. No metal detector beeping, so all right.
At least we've got the key card.
At least that. Aquarium.
It's so pretty.
Observatory.
Which is cool. Aquarium feels safer.
It feels, yeah, especially since we're so low on exits right now. Like this, yeah, as many as we can get.
I hate how many steps it's costing, but...
Yeah. Still worth it.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty.
Yeah. Look at how pretty it is.
And we do get some steps back, it looked like, because it's also a purple bedroom room.
Oh, cool.
At least I assume that's why we got 5 steps.
Most likely. Yeah.
Maybe it's because we had the nursery as well. Maybe that made the difference.
Well, yeah, the nursery is what's giving us that extra 5 steps when we place a bedroom. But it could also be something the running shoes did, maybe?
I think they just sometimes save us steps when traveling longer distances.
I don't understand what longer distances means.
Yeah, I think
Does that mean when you're traveling through several rooms without drafting?
That might be what it means. If you travel through several rooms kind of in a row that you've opened already, it might not always cost you a step going into that room. That's definitely when it did outside. Occasionally when going from one zone of outdoors to another zone, sometimes we wouldn't lose a step.
Useful.
Yeah. Okay. Losing half steps, still bad. We've been in the lab, right? Or was that the... Okay.
That's the room where you can combine items.
I thought that was the, workshop. Hang on, we have a menu. I guess I can't pull it up right this second.
To see what we've seen before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
We can draft the lab.
It does keep us going.
It keeps us going. It's interesting.
Yeah.
If we've been there before, oops. If we haven't, hey.
Yeah. What rank are we in right now? We're in 5. Okay. Which means guaranteed, thanks to the aquarium, we are getting into one of the rooms we do not have a letter in. We're pretty sure we know what the letter is, but still. Okay.
I think we might have gotten to that room last run.
Maybe we did.
But I haven't edited it yet, so it's not on your chart. We have not had this
We have not been in here. Okay.
Cool.
Now let me... Cool. All right.
Yeah.
A fully staffed research facility furnished with all manner of scientific equipment and measurement devices, this home laboratory provides a controlled environment in a remote location, far from prying eyes and traditional safety regulations.
Oh, good.
So, what was the other one?
It was like the workshop. I think you had that right. Yeah, workshop.
Yep, workshop. Cool.
Experimental house features.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff in here.
I think you might be right.
Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point at numbers and things. Room temp, complete thaw,
Parts
melting
per 1,000.
Yeah. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure 93 kPa in Mount Holly freezer. Lab technician Randolph M.
Randolph.
Hmm.
Unfamiliar.
There's something... Complete thought, order is unaffected, I think the very thin text says.
Oh.
I suspect if we find the freezer, there's going to be something that we can do messing with temperatures, either in there or in other rooms.
Or something we can do messing with atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
feels
very
like a clue
interesting.
to a thing later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Periodic table, which is...
Not complete because it's older. Maybe? There's 2 missing.
Yeah.
I think there's usually something there.
I'll be honest, I don't have the periodic table of elements memorized. So
Yeah,
we'll have to, like, cross-reference an actual one later on when we're not in the middle of recording.
Right?
Because this is probably also something important.
I recognize some of those things, but not enough to know whether they're in the right place.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks interesting.
It does.
Wave functions? Interesting.
Another terminal.
Ooh,
Okay, cool.
actually, definitely interact with that.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely be interacting with that. Just...
Ooh, there's that, like, T marking the distance between...
Yeah.
It looks like the midpoints of the sine functions. Like...
And it feels like there's some stuff that's cut off. I feel like there's a lot of images here that are parts of what could be assembled into a larger...
thing?
Yeah, because, like, the text in the bottom left corner is cut off. Whatever that little curved line in the bottom right corner is cut off.
Yeah.
And there's bits and pieces here that feel kind of like they're
cropped out
of other, like, it feels like some of these could be combined in interesting ways.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole Charlie Day wall over there.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but... Oh, cool. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit, I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated.
Now she's back at Cinca Co. shipping us things.
Ah.
She also, while she was here, checked some books out of the library. That's the other place we've run into her name.
Another of these.
Yeah.
This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room.
Yay.
Okay.
That looks complex.
That looks very complex. Oof.
Let's back away slowly from that room.
Yeah.
Because we can't do anything with it right now anyways.
Upside down. This stuff definitely all fits together. I feel like we're going to have to get into Photoshop with this stuff.
A to the n divided by a to the k equals a to the n minus k. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's true.
And there's also this...
For all values of a, n, and k.
Grid, like, chemical compound sort of thing layered over it, which...
It's on the other wall as well.
Yeah.
Another periodic table of elements with numbers and an arrow. I feel good about this. I feel so good about this whole room.
This is going to... Oh, it's going to spell something out.
Yep.
Shoot.
H.
Shoot. Hang on. Okay.
We can get the first 3 letters easy, maybe 4 letters in the, like, reading right to left, top to bottom.
I didn't want to pull up the periodic table on my phone, but I think that's going to be easier than running back and forth. Hang on. Okay, first let me double check that the one over here does seem to match. And I think it does, just like at a glance. Well, yeah. And the 2 we are missing in those blank spaces are lanthanum and actinium, La and AC.
L, A, and A, C. I don't think they were the ones.
So then if we look over here then...
Yeah, we don't need L, A, and A, C. What is the first letter, if you can line up the periodic table of elements? What are the first letters? It's the sixth over on the bottom.
A-M.
A-M. The second one is...
S.
S. And then H is the third. The fourth is...
P-A.
P-A. Fifth.
That one's... I'll find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over. R-E.
M. S-H-P-A-R-E. Not getting anything yet.
Yeah, this might not be spelling anything directly,
5.
but good for us to be writing it down.
6.
6 should be G-D.
G-D. 7 is...
U.
Me?
U.
Okay, I'll put my full name in. 8?
F.
Mm-hmm. Is that... No, iron is F-E. I don't know what F is. 9?
It's fluorine. And 9 is
thank you.
P-O, I believe.
Come on, little phone. P-O?
10 is O-G.
O-G?
11 is A-T.
A-T?
And 12 is N-E.
N-E. Okay.
And that's a lot of letters.
That's not spelling anything in order.
Okay.
A-M-S-H-P-A-R-E-G-D-U-P-O-O-G-A-T-N-E. Even if we just use the first letter, it's A-S-H-P-R-G-U-P-O-A-N.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely need all that in this order for something.
Right?
Somewhere.
And it was worth a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely worth a shot.
Well, that sure was a lot of letters that don't spell a word, but we are actually only like halfway through this run, so we will see you next week for the remainder of day 9. Goodbye.